This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we are.
Positively.
And I think today's episode might be a little less Arsenal. Well, it's going to be Arsenal, but it's going to be a lot more PG.
Okay.
MOL.
Yeah.
And when we started this podcast 2 years ago, we said most weeks we reckon we're going to talk about Kai Havertz and PGMOL.
Yeah.
Or VAR. And I mean, we were pretty accurate.
Yeah.
That most weeks, these are definite consensus.
Yeah. Hot topics.
So we're going to get into those things. Maybe not the Kai Havertz of it all, because I don't think he deserves that. We will talk a little bit. But we have a big week. We've got Girona tonight. Mm-hmm. We've got Man City at the weekend.
Oh.
And next week we've got the Carabao Cup, but we'll be live before the Carabao Cup. As always, guys, listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. And also, we're on TikTok at 10 a.m. GMT every single week at Gunners Are Us Pod. We're on there right now. And Dark Lord's already said, what do you think about the weekend's City-Arsenal result?
From a City fan.
From a City fan, I think immediate guess, maybe a score draw, actually. I think City are coming back into a little bit of form. I think
just in time.
We're knackered.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really tough one. We need to win it to have any hope.
Yeah.
City need to win it to not guarantee, but get back into that top four.
Big Monday rivalry as well, so it's a different game these days.
Yeah, and I'll say this: Brendan Kennedy in the chat has already said big W for Arsenal because we've had the MLS Mars Lewis Skelly red card overturned.
Yes,
that's going to be a large part of this podcast.
Biggest win of the season.
I'd say this week has been as talkable as any other.
Yeah.
We're going to get straight into that. Dark Lords also said a Mamouche hat-trick. Mamouche looked very vibrant. I'll say that. He looked very good. Not so much your centre-back, but he'll learn.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into the start of it. I'm going to have to grab a coffee for this.
Ooh.
I've got a big old pint of coffee here.
Sip of coffee for the Wednesday morning working men.
Yeah, man.
And women.
And the first question is, Sam says, did the overturning prove PGMOL are not fit for purpose?
Yes.
All right, let's start this. Let's get it going. Okay, so at the weekend we played Wolves.
Yes.
We won 1-0.
Yep.
I think the reason this one's been helpful is I think that's the fifth bad decision we've had this year. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut... Joe, naturally, when we've grown up, I've always been a bit more level-headed than Joe.
Yeah. Well, with my older age, I'm getting there.
Joe's getting there. But I'm very... Sometimes I look at it both ends. If you ever listen to Arscast, I'm very much James and Joe is Andrew. And Andrew's very, relaxed.
Yeah.
But we, as a collective, kind of balance each other out a little bit. So I'm going to actually look at this...
That kind of works nicely for
slightly unbalanced. Slightly balanced.
Yeah.
When I watched that Wolves game, or saw parts of it, because it's not on in England, which is very frustrating.
Yeah.
When he did the trip he did, okay, that's what it is. It's a trip.
Yeah.
This is why people are angry.
Yeah.
It's clearly a trip. Whether the contact is high, the intention is not to go over the ball or anything. He's just trying to trip him. He's just reaching for him.
Stop the play.
So when I watched it, I went, oh man, that's such a booking. Like in my head. And in that instance, I remembered who the ref was. And in my head, I genuinely went, I bet he sends him off here. And there was no real reason I should say that, because there was nothing in the first, when you're watching that in full time, there was no reason to think that's in any way a red card.
Well, yeah, the game state isn't telling you that's going towards a red.
Yeah, but from the camera you're watching at, everything.
Yeah.
Nothing about it says red card. But for a second I thought, and it's not even last man, it's 85 yards from goal.
Yeah.
And I thought, I bet he sends him off. And when I saw the red, I just went, yeah. I at this point this season, I just went, yeah, I guess so.
It's like a trauma response.
And when they showed the replay, I went, I can't believe they've given that as a red. It's the most booking you'll ever see. Here's where I'm going to slightly diversify the conversation. And I know a lot of other... I think the original first 4 or 5 days, everyone was going hard on it.
Yeah.
And how bad a decision. And then certain people have got, I think, genuinely, people have got upset that Arsenal have actually, Arsenal fans are considered the most cringe fan base, maybe the most conspiracy theorist, all these things. I genuinely think the way Arsenal, maybe not the cringe, but the conspiracy theorist thing, I think it does come from a place of truth.
Yeah.
But I understand why other fans are a bit... And I think this one has been so collectively unanimous, Arsenal got a bad decision.
Yeah, weirdly, yeah.
It's upset other teams.
It feels fresh.
I feel like Liverpool fans particularly have gone, no, because that's what all we're going to hear when we win the league is Arsenal going to go, well, we had that decision. Albeit the decision didn't affect the game in the end, so we got lucky. And by the way, this is... Of the 5 decisions this year, I think this is like 4th bad decision. I think there's 3 way worse decisions we've dealt with this year.
Oh, this isn't the worst one by far.
No, but when they showed it on VAR,
yeah,
and you see the still image, and his studs catch the shin pad, the contact is high.
Yeah,
I think the decision on field was bad.
Yeah,
I think he is just, in reality, he is paid by Man City. That is a fact.
Yeah.
I think that guy, the numbers speak for itself. He sent more Arsenal players off than any other team. He sent less City players off than any other team. He's given more bookings to Arsenal. He's given least to City.
Yeah.
He's reffed the most Arsenal games along with City. He's also given more penalties to City than any other team. He's given less penalties to Arsenal than any other team.
And also with the backtracking recently, this also proves a lot of things.
Yeah. When you look at those stat lines, you go, there is a little bit of a worry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, if one of them was right, you go, well, that's just... he's obviously just ref games where Arsenal got players sent off.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but why about the bookings? Why the fouls? Why the penalties? And you go, I don't think he's corrupt. I really don't.
No.
I just think there's a natural bias. I've said it before.
Yeah.
If my cousin Sam gives me 20k every 3 weeks, and my other cousin Jeremy gives me £1, when someone asks for a favour, I reckon... I would be slightly biased towards Sam and go, what do you need?
I admire your honesty.
And I'm not saying he's sitting here asking for something. I'm just saying there's a natural, quite like this guy.
Yeah.
But either way, I don't think there's a corruption. I just think that there could be a mental bias. Probably because they're all Northern as well.
Yeah.
I also think Arsenal are a soft touch. And someone in chat just said AFC TV are the cancer of the club. They really are. Because it's so stupid.
It makes us look
ridiculous.
bad.
It does. And you're right, and I think that stuff does bubble in.
Yeah.
My theory on all of this has always been the pundits, all these things, they drive a narrative, and I think that gets decisions for certain clubs, and it gets bad decisions for certain clubs.
Yeah.
Arsenal, we're a soft touch. We're moany, we're conspiracy theorists. All these things, they're all Northern, the refs.
Yeah.
All these things factor into why maybe they go, oh, get up when you get tackled. And then certain teams you go, oh, no. The reason why Joel Linton actually does true crime podcasts and no, that doesn't make sense to anyone. He does a true crime doc on the field.
He does, yeah.
And he won't get a booking, this guy. That was one way of saying it, so I didn't want to say anything more aggressive and get the podcast taken down. But he does very bad things on the pitch and gets nothing. And the Northern refs go, it's just a solid tackle. And then when Xhaka does it, they're like, get out of the country.
Yeah.
I do think there is a narrative there. But when they show it on the VAR, I don't think, and this might hurt Arsenal fans, I don't actually think there's enough to overturn it.
No.
Because the point of this is there's a high tolerance of not overturning, blah, blah, blah. I think if you look at it as a football fan, if you've watched football for 1 week, that is a clear booking.
Yeah.
I think if you slow down any trip or anything like that in football, this weekend, watch every game, any booking, slow it down, and there's probably some kind of higher contact. But the force in which he's gone in, all those things, it doesn't warrant a red.
Oh, and any time you do still images or slow motion replays,
you can make anything look bad.
It's always going to look bad. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got to take it for what it is in real time. Yeah. And I think in real time, unless Michael Oliver, which
has spotted it.
Unless he has, which is so hard at that speed. I mean, albeit that's his job, is to spot stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, in real time, it's just a trip. And I understand there is players tracking back, not many. So it is a very dangerous attack. When you look at the position of the Arsenal defence, it's a very dangerous attack. We're very high.
Yeah.
So I can see all round, if he spotted the height, and he spotted the lunge, and he spotted the defenders,
contact,
and then also the position of our players, in terms of the attack that they're going to make. I mean, it could be a red if he spotted all those things in that instance.
I think 99 times out of 100, every ref gives that as a booking.
Yeah.
Because even the contact side, he's not trying to... It's not like they're coming together and he's gone over the ball.
No.
He's reaching to trip his ankles, and we all know that. Every player on the field for both teams, every fan knew that.
Or spoke him, as you say.
Yeah, it's a wheels and a spoken...
Spoken of the wheels.
A stick in the spokes. Sam Savini made a good point, which is something I've talked about a lot, and I know I've just said the opposite, is why is there a high tolerance on the overturning? Because as this is what I've said from the start, they made a rod for their own back because they said you have to have enough evidence to overturn. It has to be high tolerance. Why wasn't it just, can we just get to the right decision? Whatever you gave on a field. Because we were on the receiving end of this last year. At Newcastle, they said if he blew up for the ball out of bounds or the pushing the back or the offside, they would have overturned that decision.
Yeah.
If he had given it any of them on the field, they wouldn't have gone, no, you're wrong, come check. They would have just said, no, it's no goal. But because he didn't blow up, they said there's not enough evidence to make you overturn. So we were on the receiving end of this kind of high tolerance.
Yeah.
Then you fast forward to the Villa game last year. Havertz handballs it.
Yep.
He kicks it in the net, and as he kicks it in the net, the ref blows up.
Doesn't let it play out.
And therefore, they can't overturn it. And if he just allowed it to run and didn't blow up and said, it's a goal, like at Newcastle, and then VAR had to figure out, they said they wouldn't have had enough to overturn the goal.
Yeah.
So we would have won.
Yeah.
Won the league as well. So it's very frustrating that we keep ending up on the wrong end.
Yeah.
For example, this year against Liverpool, Kiwior wins a really good header, knocks it to Havertz. Havertz shoots to the goal, and as it's about to cross the line, he blows up. And he kills the whole idea of it. He now can't give the goal, he can't do anything.
Yeah.
And afterwards, they said, well, if it went in, we wouldn't have overturned it because there was no foul in the build-up. So we keep ending up on the receiving end of the tolerance has to be high enough.
Yeah.
That's my frustration. But I do believe on the Lewis Skelly one, by the letter of the law, if you're VAR and you look at that and you slow it down, and I do believe slowing it down does create problems for everything.
Yeah.
Because if you just watch that as a play repeatedly, you go, it's a booking, it's a booking, it's a booking. Once they stop it and they pause it, I think if they'd sent him over to that screen, do you know what they would have done? The first thing they would have seen is the pause that we've all seen it of his legs stretched out and he's caught his shin pad. Yeah. And he would have gone, yeah, it's still a red.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would have ever changed anything. I think it should have, because I think there should be common sense.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, I think it isn't as bad as a decision as we've had this season. I think the Liverpool then blowing up early was worse. I think Saliba clearing the ball with his head and giving away a penalty was worse. I think Rice touching the ball and getting whacked was probably worse. Yeah, there's a lot that kind of Saliba last man. And again, I think our issue as well is all these, like if you look at Rice, he knocked the ball away. It's a second yellow. Yeah. By the letter of the law, it's second yellow. Okay, cool. Trossard kicks the ball away. Second yellow. Understand. Saliba's last man, understand. Lewis Skelly, slightly high, understand. All these can be justified. But the problem is in the exact same games, they give us proof that it's not fair. For example, Saliba, last man, that weekend, there's 3 other last mans. For the record, by the way, Saliba got booked. They felt it was enough to overturn to a red. Yeah. That same weekend, they gave bookings for about 3 people for last man that was way closer to goal with less covering men. Yeah. And they didn't overturn. Yeah. So that's when we go, oh, we were screwed a little bit. Rice knocks the ball away. In the same game, Brighton did it twice and didn't get anything. That weekend, there was 10 other options where they didn't get booked. Same with the Trossard one. The Saliba one, people said, oh, we've never seen a clash of heads cause a penalty before. Yeah. So that was the first time. The Lewis Skelly, we've never seen this before. So all of a sudden you start going, and for example, Michael Oliver said, because the contact is higher than the boot. Yeah. It has to be a red. Yeah. And then later on in the game, Gomez gets his second booking for doing a 2-foot tackle over the ball. Yeah. Higher than Lewis Skelly. And he gives a booking, which leads to a red. And I know people are saying, he's still got a red, so what are you arguing? But the point is, he's given the proof that he didn't have to book Skelly. Because even if you thought it was high, he showed that his tolerance for a red card was pretty low later on. Yeah. Because a 2-footed over the ball tackle was a booking. So that's where the frustration from an Arsenal fan comes is, there's clear proof, and if you support another team and you can hear this podcast and you're going, oh, they're just conspiracy theorists, you don't want to become what the PGMO are, which is there's a black cat in front of us. I've said this a million times, and they go, that's a ginger cat. And we all go, it's a black cat. Yeah. And we go, no, it's a ginger cat. And they go, no, it's a black cat. But we can all see it's a ginger cat. Yeah. We're giving you proof. Yeah. It's the reason why the Lewis Skelly got overturned. There's proof that you can go, well, you gave that there and then that there. Why is that? And they go, ooh. And there's the same reason why, like I said, if we show the Rice one, we can also show you 10 options of that the same weekend that didn't get booked.
Yeah.
So why was it us? And this has completely derailed our whole season, these decisions.
They have, yeah.
So if you want to argue it as another fan of another team, you're arguing clear fact proof in front of you.
Yeah.
So it's not a conspiracy. It's just been very unlucky with bad decisions this year. That's all it is. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just horrible luck.
Well, it's hard because week to week, I mean, it feels like for the last 2 or 3 seasons now, we've been having these conversations where a weird decision goes against us that never happens anywhere else. But I think them backtracking and rescinding it now has kind of solidified, I think. This is just
our craziness.
It's solidified our craziness and us talking a lot about it. But has it also uncovered something? Like, this rescinding has uncovered a lot more than I think people are letting on.
Yeah, because I actually don't think, like, Duran's studs in the back, if you remember that a few weeks ago around Christmas time, that never got overturned.
No.
So they've tried to be pretty, like, no, we stand by our refs.
They always do.
The fact that they've overturned this, and by the way, I don't think they had to overturn this.
They didn't, no.
Like I said, because the VAR didn't have to overturn it.
No.
I don't think it's as bad a decision as Arsenal believe.
Yeah.
I think it's the wrong decision.
But there's been way worse for us.
Yeah, but because if he gave a booking, we've never spoken about it. No one even remembers that moment of the game.
No.
No fan, no pundit, no one.
No.
That's how minimal of a red it should have been.
Yeah.
But I also think that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's as bad a decision as we think. I'm happy it's overturned.
Yeah.
I don't think he deserved it. I do think there's some malice in the refs in, like, let's teach this 18-year-old. I've seen the tweets from other teams. They don't like Lewis Skelly.
No.
I think he's too confident. All these things. They want to break him down a little bit. And I do believe that's what that ref was doing a little. I think if that wasn't Lewis Skelly, if that was Declan Rice, he doesn't send him off.
No.
He goes, Declan, calm down. That's cynical. Yeah. Because it's a young player, I think, and he's looked at it, and he's probably been online, he's reading the tweets, and this guy's way too ahead of himself.
The human element of officiating, I mean, I don't want it to become... I like the human element of it, because it adds this controversy and these talking points, and it gives, like, people like us, it gives pundits something to talk about.
Honestly, it's fed our TikTok. I've got 50 coming still. They're all in my app.
I mean, we're annoyed by it and frustrated by it a lot, but it also gives us something to talk about. And that was the worry also when VAR came in, is it removes... I mean, to be fair, it's ended up adding a lot of talking points, but the fear was at the start, it's going to take away talking points because it's going to just be clear-cut, black and white. We know the answer, it's right or wrong. But in the end, it actually made it way greyer. We're going to make it black and white, but we're going to make it way more confusing and way more opinionated. Yeah. But with the human element of officiating, I mean, I like that there is a human element. In every sport, there's a human element to officiating. Every sport has it. NFL probably has officials. I don't know about NFL, actually. It feels like a bit more cut and dry in the NFL. I know there's teams that get a lot more...
It's a bad week to say it, I think.
There's teams that get favourable outcomes.
As a Houston fan that played the Chiefs 2 weeks ago, I don't think you should feel good about that.
But is that more based on that team is getting more favourable decisions, or that quarterback is, because... they're kind of leaning towards this generational talent making more for the sport. I know that's a controversial thing and officials shouldn't do that.
It's in their head, let's protect him. But I also think the problem is they double down. Yeah. The narrative online for Patrick Mahomes is you can't touch him. Yeah. So you'd think the refs, in England, what would happen here? If someone said, oh, the talk on... It happened with us last year. We were good at corners last year, by the way. They just derailed them because every time the ball went in, they gave a free kick. Yeah. And you couldn't find the free kick. No. But it was because online people were raving about our corners and, they push everyone and they block. Yeah. And the refs went, yeah, they do. And they kept blowing up. Yeah. Whereas this year, they've done the opposite. On our corners, we are physical. Yeah. We're not as bad. Like, people genuinely believe we push people. If you watch, we don't really.
There's just a lot of blocking.
There's just a lot of running and misdirection. But either way, I think the refs have doubled down on that and helped us. Because I think they've gone, we won't be told how to officiate. They're doing nothing wrong. Yeah. So it's almost like they're so stubborn. Yeah. That the minute you tell them, like, this doesn't happen, they're like, well, we'll do it then. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And that is that human element you're talking about. And the human element definitely comes from... we'll kind of have to explain the next part, because the Lewis Skelly red is so bad. There's such a, reaction. Match of the Day did a big thing on it. A lot of pundits, TalkSport talked about it. Everyone was pretty unanimous this is bad. Yeah. If you've followed along before, PGMOL and Sky Sports are funded by the same thing. It's the reason why when Howard Webb or whoever goes on these shows... every decision's right. We've seen Mike Dean literally say He did it this week when Lewis Skelly went, oh, he's got that wrong. That's a booking. Then he gives it red, and he does, and he goes, he'll go to the screen and this will be overturned. Then he doesn't go to the screen, doesn't get overturned. He goes, no, I think they've got it right. I've seen a couple still images, and then he does it every week, and then he's like, yeah, oh no, what's going to happen here is this. It's quite clear. And then they do the opposite, and he goes, oh no, now I realise, no, he's right. They're yes men. It's all and Sky Sports is bad at it. It's the same reason Redknapp sat and did a whole thing, how disgusting it all was. It's the same reason Carragher and Neville have been absolutely silent, and every week Dermot Gallagher goes on that ref watch and they go, Declan Rice just nudged the ball.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, it's a second booking. And they go, well, João Pedro just kicked the ball away in the same game. And he goes, it's different. No, it's not. Don't just say you're wrong. Just say they got it wrong. That's all we ask for. Because otherwise we're never going to improve. That's the reason why VAR is getting worse, is because they refuse to acknowledge they're wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect example. Unanimously everyone went, you're wrong. And they went, oh, what can we do? We could just rescind this straight away like the Bruno Fernandes one. We don't need to make them appeal. We stand by Michael Oliver and his decision. Oh, okay, Arsenal are going to have to appeal. And everyone's like, why do they do that? 24 hours later, we leave a statement. There's death threats on Michael Oliver. This is disgusting. It's absurd. We stand by him. We have to knock this out of the game. We all agree death threats awful. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And we go, but can we get to the decision now?
Yeah.
That's all we
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, the real fans, the nutters out there, yeah, bad. But the real fans are just going, can we just get to the bottom of like, why did you give that? David Coote then does an interview. He comes out of the closet, which is absolutely fine. It's just odd timing.
Yeah.
And you're like...
It's like, look over here. Yeah, look over here. Stop looking at that.
We're going, death threats are bad. We don't... David Coote can do what he wants. Yeah. We've seen he does what he wants in videos.
Yeah.
Can we now get back to the decision? So then Arsenal have to appeal. Then they go, yeah. Yeah, you can have it. So what are we doing? Just come out and go, we got it wrong. Yeah. We need to improve that part. It's so... It could be so transparent. If you watch the NFL, here's a hold. They go, to the whole audience, that was a hold 10-yard penalty. Yeah. They have the guy in the commentary box who's an ex-ref or whatever, like we do. But then he goes, they've got this wrong. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't, and then sometimes he goes, they got it right. He doesn't have a favoritism. They're not always right. They're pretty 50% of the time they're wrong. Yeah. Our ones are all just, I can see that now. Yeah. And it's like we're never going to get better if you don't accept mistake and go, all right, we need to learn from that. So the drivel that they brought out since all that, and by the way, the death threats are from 3 weeks ago. It was a Man United fan. Yeah, nothing to do with it. So they've brought it up just because they're like, it's like a kid if they get caught doing something wrong. Yeah. They can't just go, oh, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. They go, but this person did this. Yeah. This person did this. And you're like, all right, but what did you do wrong? Did you not see this thing that happened over here? It's like, no, just say the thing and we'll move on. Yeah. And it won't. And I mean, the death threat, now, so like all the headlines are Lewis Skelly red causes death threats. No, it doesn't. That was 3 weeks ago from a Man United fan. But instead, you're just piling it in because you got this one really wrong. Yeah. And you're just panicking. That's what's uncovered a lot of it, I think, for me, is that's kind of shown their hand of we can't accept being wrong. Yeah. And that also guarantees for us all, these conversations we've had for the last 2 years, they'll never improve. No. Because they refuse. They circle the wagons. Yeah. Like politics. Yeah. They circle the wagons. None of us did anything wrong. They all look around and go, no matter what anyone says. Yeah. It's like a group of teenagers. Yeah. In Still No did last summer, they hit that guy and they look at you and go, we never speak of this again. Yeah. That's the northern group of the refs. There's 20 refs, they're all northern, and they all look at each other and go, yeah, this goes no further. Yeah. Then they do it and they go, we've got it wrong. Do a statement. And it's like, geez, no one say anything. No one move. They won't look. It's really strange.
It's like you said last night, though. The fear, they said, someone said it, the fear is that people aren't going to want to become officials because of all of this. Yeah. But you also said, like, is there
thousands and thousands
across the country
at grassroots level waiting to go?
Yeah, ready to come up for that fresh opportunity, fresh set of eyes on the situation. But the problem is, even if you got rid of a portion of these guys, brought up some grassroots level officials to come in with like some of
fresh eyes, fresh eyes.
Yeah, and you can't just wipe the board and say all these officials are gone. We're going to bring up a load of grassroots.
Probably be right too.
It'd be right because it would shake it up a little bit, but you're going to have to obviously leave some of the older heads to teach the younger guys to come in. But that's the problem is when they come in,
who's on VAR?
Yeah,
the old guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to teach them, and then when these young guys come in. they're also going to want to play ball with the officials.
Yeah.
So it's all going to happen over again.
Yeah.
They're going to come in and they're not going to want to put a foot wrong. They're not going to want to disagree with the older guys.
It needs like a governing body that isn't refs.
Yeah.
To basically sit on, like, you need a governing body of like I don't know. I don't think anything to do with football. It has to be kind of almost like just a set of people that are given, here's the rules. Now, you're all designed to go to one game.
Yeah.
And you have to oversee everything.
Yeah.
And then you have to give a report on whether you thought that stuck to the rules.
Yeah.
Because it needs people that aren't, I think it needs people that aren't football fans.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, Michael Oliver, the joke is, I don't think there's too much truth to this, but the City owner did pay him.
Yeah.
To play to ref in Saudi. He's given, the stats are awful towards City and bad towards Arsenal, particularly Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's a Newcastle fan. He's been seen in his Newcastle top.
Yeah.
That Lewis Skelly red would have made him miss Newcastle and City.
Yeah.
And you go, that I think that's a complete, I think that's just irony.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any.
I hope so.
I do. And also, why would he think, do you know, I want Lewis Skelly off? Wouldn't he think, do you know what, let's get rid of Saliba or someone?
Yeah.
And again, if Saliba don't give him anything, he's not going to go force something.
No.
But I do think he knows if Lewis Skelly doesn't play, it's just Calafiori. It's not really.
Yeah.
It's not like Lewis Skelly is our best player.
No.
It wasn't Saka. It wasn't Odegaard or someone. So I don't think there's any truth to that. But the truth is, they all are Northern, and there's no London referees.
No.
And I think it's 2/3 of the grassroots. It's thousands and thousands, all in London.
Yeah.
And none of them have made it through.
Yeah. There is. It's a boys' club.
It's a Northern boys' club,
Yeah.
and the Southern team, and I mean, there'll be Liverpool fans, there's City fans, Man United fans going, oh, that's so much nonsense. But we've also grown up watching Liverpool, City, and Man United dominate.
Yeah.
And it's hard to watch because every year there's decisions where you go, oh, how have they got away with that and we haven't? And again, this is from an Arsenal fan. We've won a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had success.
We're not talking from a Bournemouth perspective. If you go talk to Wolves, by the way, Wolves wanted to get rid of VAR last year because they realised the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
They weren't so stupid with what they were saying.
Yeah.
Because they were getting horrible decisions.
Yeah.
And they're Northern. Well, they're Midlands. But do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's... we're very privileged to be an Arsenal fan. We get bad decisions, but we don't get the decisions the bottom six get.
No, they get forgotten about.
They completely forgotten.
Yeah.
So, but my issue with all this, and I tested the waters with regular people, because I genuinely think people cannot look at football objectively without a bias.
Oh, God, yeah.
And like I said, I genuinely think the Lewis Skelly decision isn't that bad.
No.
I think he should have given a booking, but I do think that it's hard to overturn.
Yeah.
I don't think it probably should have been rescinded. I feel if you listen to the podcast, I'm fairly, this is a bad decision. This was bad. Like last year when Odegaard handballed it. I said, they say the ruling is he has to touch the floor. It's not a penalty. But it's a penalty. You have to give that. It's stopped the I'm not sitting there going, no, well, we got bad decisions as well.
Yeah.
I hate that reaction.
Yeah.
It's like that's also the reason why these refs can't get it right, because they're like that.
You don't want it to sound like excuses. You don't want to sound like you're, crying over spilled milk. You want to back it up with facts and kind of lay out. You want to talk about it in a way that when you're saying it, it's making sense to other people, which I think we are now with this Skelly one. This is the first time that I think everyone has turned around and gone, something's up. Like that doesn't seem right to me.
And I genuinely believe to them people, I'd be like, honestly, if you think that's bad, go check it out.
Go look at these.
But like I said, it has to be unbiased, and you have to be able to look at things objectively and go, that was a bad decision for that team. I hate Spurs.
Yeah.
Against Newcastle the other week, the ball strikes Joe Linton's hand and it leads to a goal.
Yeah.
And we had this exact same issue a couple of years ago with Declan Rice. He handballed it, passed it to Antonio, he scored. And they said the rule book says if the handball isn't the one that scores it, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Same reason why against Villa, Havertz came off his hand and went in. There was the crazy set of Arsenal fans that all believed that didn't touch his hand and that should have been given or something.
Yeah.
There's also people like us who are on here going, well, no, it's
it's
hit his hand.
Yeah.
It's a penalty. Sorry, not a penalty. It's not a goal. And he went directly in from his hand, which is the rules. So, I mean, you've got to stay unbiased because you have to be able to look across the league and go, that's a bad decision.
Yeah.
That's a good decision. What we can't do is, like what a lot of teams do, is they go, oh, no, Arsenal, if Liverpool got 3 bad decisions now, I would go and go, that's helped us a lot.
Yeah.
They were bad decisions. I wouldn't go, well, have you not seen ours?
Yeah.
Again, that's what the refs are doing. And it's like the fans can't not see it.
Yeah.
And there's like these blinkers on. And it's really, I don't know, it's really strange. And it's only football in the Premier League that is like that.
Yeah.
Because when you watch the NFL and all these other things, they go, decisions weren't great.
Well,
then they go, but we lost. We should have done more. That's the end of it.
Yeah. Well,
and other teams go, that was a bad decision.
Yeah. And they only talk about it in a very black and white term. They don't talk about corruption. They don't talk about bias. They mainly lay it onto the official. Like, if you, like, let's say you're an NFL fan and there's a specific official that you don't like. When it flashes up that that's your official, your main concern is, I don't like that official. It's not, this official doesn't like us.
Yeah.
He has an issue with us.
You don't like the way he officiates.
Yeah, you just don't like that official because he misses things or something.
I think as well it is driven by media. I think in this country, it's the reason why they sit in that studio for 3 hours after a Super Sunday. It's almost like we need to give him something to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, we need Neville and Keane to argue so we can get, 10 grand off of a short that shows it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe it's all back
Yeah.
drafted to we need entertainment.
You need talking points.
Because in Europe, name a referee you've had this year. You don't, because there's no bad decisions. They're just not. Like,
and also when you look at other leagues in Europe, like La Liga and Bundesliga, the game finishes, they move on.
And also we had I think it was Inter. Did we lose by a penalty?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. We should have had a penalty in that game, and they got one. And we went, it's such a European... It wasn't... in the Premier League, it was never a penalty.
No.
But we didn't go, this is an outrage. We went, in Europe, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
But at least we know.
Yeah.
In Europe, that's the level.
Yeah. It makes it more black and white.
You watch one game at the weekend, there'll be games where people are pushing each other and the ref's just letting it flow, and the commentators go, this is brilliant, they're letting it flow.
Yeah.
The next game, he blows up for every single thing.
Yeah.
My issue is, pick one.
Consistency.
Yeah, pick one and then go with that one, and then we can watch the game and be like, we're not mad then.
Yeah.
It's honestly so confusing.
At the end of the day, consistency is the main thing.
Yeah.
It's...
For example, Martinez just jumped in 2-footed on Traore. Didn't contact, but so dangerous.
Yeah.
And if they think Lewis Skelly was endangering her life or something, then they're out of control. It is just madness.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something I don't think we'll get to the bottom of. We've been talking about it for a long time. It's fun because this one's a nice one because we won.
Yeah.
Usually it's backed up by other fans who go, you're only upset because you lost, and it's that.
Yeah.
Whereas we're still winning. And that's the reason why that's what I was going to say was I pulled other people. Because other humans can't deal with unbiasing.
Yeah.
So 2 Liverpool fans, I went, this is the same ref that gave the high foot to McAllister from Doku. And you didn't get a penalty and you lost the whole season.
Yeah.
And their reaction was, we get worse decisions than you. And I was like, I'm just trying to say,
I'm trying to be
it's
on your
not.
side,
This isn't just an Arsenal thing. They're bad at reffing. I would like better refs.
Yeah.
That's whether it helps Arsenal. It might be even worse for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I just want better ones. I don't think they're good enough.
Well, at least this week as well, we won on and off the field.
Yeah, exactly. And also we did win, and Calafiori came off the bench. Which is, Joe, there is a German-based question in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Joe, try and dive. Joe did German 30 years ago.
Oof. I'm probably going to butcher it, so I don't know.
You'd have to say it. I'm trying to see if you could translate it. When ish one monat? No, because we could be saying they're offensive.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Can you figure anything out?
No. There's a few words in there I recognise, but I don't think I could do enough to see what that is.
I've never seen German. I'd never do German.
Hey, Kai.
Hey, Kai. Good to see you both. We've done a lot on Lewis Skelly, so if you've missed that, guys, go to iTunes and Spotify, listen to this episode. This one's going to be called Our Statement on the PGMOL.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That felt very serious, that first part.
It did. I want to get away from it now because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of talking about the refs. Calafiori comes on, scores a goal, and runs to the bench. Really enjoyed that.
Beautiful.
It was so nice to kind of overcome something.
Yeah.
Because that feeling that was bubbling up during the game of, we've lost another man in the first half.
Yeah.
I think someone said that we've played, I think it's 1/5 of the games this year with 10 men for a whole half. It is mad. And it felt good to overrun it because you were like, they got it wrong. We've also won. So we can like fully enjoy the win, but also be like, you got to admit, you got that wrong. Yeah. It was like a nice feeling. It was almost better. And I think almost, that's what you wrote in German. I'm not reading out. Don't translate it. And Kai says, love Calafiori's approach, attitude, determination. Exactly. This is a guy who came in for decent money. He's had massive injuries in the past. like a huge, should have not played football again.
Yeah.
He's been majorly injured for his tenure at Arsenal.
Yeah.
He desperately wanted to come to Arsenal. He scored 2 very important goals when we were down to 10 men before.
Yeah, very nice goals.
He's basically been displaced by a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And his attitude is
fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's no sobbing. There's nothing. He's going, all right, we need to, how do we win?
He's like, playing this week. Cool, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's Kai just said, give me the ball and let's go. That kind of guy.
Yeah.
He is, he just, people are going to hate this. There's a Maldini quality to him.
Yes.
That I very much enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
We might see a little bit more of him. We should do now he's fit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it was just good to win. We got Girona
Yep.
tonight in Spain. We have a 99.9% chance to go through in the top 8 now.
Beautiful.
So Opta believes that it's very unlikely. The only way we can go out now is if every team in that top 8 wins.
Okay.
Every team in the next 8 wins.
Okay.
We lose.
Yeah.
And we lose by 7 goals.
Jesus.
That's the only way we go out.
Could you imagine?
We don't go out. We're through anyway, but we're to the playoffs.
Yeah, we just wouldn't do that bit.
But a point guarantees whatever. There is some actual like optics that if we were to win by a point, we might drop to like 7th, which actually would avoid worse teams.
Yeah.
Well, better teams.
Yeah.
Whereas if we win and a couple teams lose, we might jump to 2nd.
Okay.
Which means we could actually hit worse teams. So there is a point of contention there of like, do we want to win?
Yeah.
But we also don't know what the other teams are going to do.
From a honest standpoint, how do you feel about the new Champions League setup?
I've enjoyed it. I don't like the not being able to, like Inter Milan, we lost away from home, bad penalty.
Yeah.
I really would like to have played them at home and got that win back.
Yeah.
But I've actually enjoyed it. It's been nice for us. It's been nice and bad because we got all our horrible fixtures early.
Yeah.
But it was in amongst horrible fixtures in the league.
Yeah.
And then we also had injuries. So, like, it was a very stressful time. But they made it through.
Yeah.
And it sorted so much. Whereas if I think now, like City, we were scrambling. And we were playing like we had to play Atalanta away or Inter away now. And we had to win.
We've really got a claw.
It would be horrific. Yeah. But luckily, it was bad on paper. But it turned out good because we won a lot early.
Yeah.
We're now getting Granoa. And last week we had Zagreb.
Yeah. These
are games we should win.
Yeah.
Later on when we've already kind of... So it's been nice and it's more relaxing.
Yeah.
But I've actually liked it, I think.
I know a lot of the concerns for these things are like, you know when you're used to something for a long time and the traditional format and that's what you've kind of settled into over your lifetime, basically. Yeah. I know a lot of the bias comes from change. Like, so a lot of people don't like change. Yeah. And you like the traditional element of, you know, how it's played out over the years. Yeah. Remove that, which I don't know. I know we talked about the officials and that's something they've got to do. They've got to remove the bias. But remove the traditional element of how you think the Champions League is supposed to look and then look at the new format in a fresh set of eyes. I'd like to know, because I don't know if you can ask anyone that has that black and white an opinion on it, because everyone's got traditional in their head. Yeah. Is it a good setup? Like, in the chat, let us know. Like, remove the traditional element of how the Champions League used to look. Do you like the new setup from an unbiased perspective? Like, is it a good format? I like it. Like, I'm quite a traditional person in the sense that I like to see the way, the tournaments play out from a group standpoint to the knockouts. Yeah. I mean, all of sport has a very similar layout. This is a very fresh way of doing a tournament layout.
I think, ironically, it kind of gets to the exact same point.
Yeah.
But I've enjoyed it just because it's 8 different teams.
Yes.
I think it's... There is a nice thing, like I said, about you lose to Inter, you want to get that win back. But there's also something nice about, who's next?
Yeah.
Like, it's a...
It randomises it.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. And we've already played PSG this year. We played Inter Milan, Atalanta.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that, we've got a feel for. If we were to get them in the knockouts, you're like, we've already played them. We can kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it, and City have got a massive game.
Yeah.
They got Bruges, I believe, at home. Bruges need to draw or win to stay in the knockout.
Okay. So
they're above them.
Yeah.
But if City were to draw, there's a chance they don't. I think they don't make it if they draw.
Wow.
But there could be some other results that do mean that. But either way, a draw would be very interesting. The other thing I was going to talk about, because we'll get to the Premier League predictions in a sec, was that?
Yeah, it's Kai's one. I see it as we only play this team once. Let's slap them up. We don't we can't play them again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit more like get to it. Like, okay, we're playing Zagreb today. Let's do it. Why not? We don't have to think about the away leg.
They should get rid of the 2 legs in the next stage and just do it in different grounds.
One and done.
So like the Emirates holds like Roma versus Inter or something.
Yeah.
And there's like
Yeah.
Arsenal versus Juventus is in Barcelona's ground.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, you go to Barcelona, you got to play them. You need to win, so otherwise
Just one game.
Yeah, done.
Just get it done.
I like that.
The next thing I want to talk about is a little bit of transfer. This is coming up to a transfer window. The transfer window shuts
soon, I think.
It's the 3rd, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's not long.
The 4th. So by next week, the transfer window's shut. It's Monday, I believe. So we kind of have to talk about it quick.
We'll make moves.
There's a lot of conversation. I definitely at the point now where the reason we needed to have 3 more bodies in the summer. Yeah, the elephant in the room. Or not, a striker. Yeah. In the summer, we all agreed we were. I said it. We're light.
Yeah.
We needed another centre forward. We potentially needed another couple midfielders.
Yeah.
He felt that way when we started the season.
Yeah.
The reason for that is by the time we get to December and January, it's going to be very hard to deal with that every 3 days.
Yeah.
It then got to January. We'd already dealt with December. We'd had a lot more injuries than we anticipated. So no, we didn't just need 3 bodies. We needed 4 or 5. So we went into January going, we need 4 or 5 bodies because we're not going to make it alive through January. We're now through January.
Yeah.
And we still haven't bought anyone.
Yeah.
I'm at a point now where I know that the reason they haven't bought anyone is not because they don't want to splash cash. It is simply the right player isn't available.
Yeah.
And you don't want to... There is such a knock-on effect that, you know, let's say they panic and go, oh, we're going to buy Rashford for 30 million, but with 300 grand a week. We're going to release Nico Williams and put him for 350 a week.
Yeah.
Then in the summer, they go, Rashford wasn't very good. Nico Williams might have been a flop, for example.
Yeah.
And they go, and not just that, they're on the highest wages. And then in the summer, the agents of Saliba, Gabriel, Saka, Odegaard come and go, we want to match that or we're leaving at the end of our contract.
Yeah.
They then match it and they go, PSR-wise, we need to release a load of players.
Yeah.
Then we have to release Calafiori, Tomiyasu, not release, but sell them, Zinchenko, all these players on the fringe kind of, not fringe, but like higher earners. We've got to get rid of Timber. We're going to have to do these things just so we can keep Rashford and Nico Williams happy. Yeah. And also there is a knock-on. It is poor prep, and I do believe they wanted Sesko in the summer. It failed, and there wasn't a backup plan. They ended up loaning Sterling because they just need an extra body. It hasn't worked out. It's got here. We're through the worst of it. Yeah. I think now, genuinely, if they can't get their man or their men, I think wait till the summer. Yeah. I think it'd be neglect to not bring at least 1 body in on loan. I think a lot of talk is Matthias Tell. I don't know much about Tell. I've seen his trading card a million times. Yeah. I hear Henry thinks he's amazing. I think he's scored 1 goal since April. Honestly, at this point, we can loan from abroad. Even if they believe he's the right man, not the main man, just one of the bodies we'd get in the summer.
It fits. Yeah.
Go get him now.
Yeah.
If it's 25 million or something, just do it.
Bolster it.
If you want to loan him with a option to buy, even better. Go do that and see how it works out this season. Yeah. But do not jump and go, oh God, we want Sesko or Isaac, but the only person that's available is Evan Ferguson. I like Evan Ferguson. Yeah. But they go 60 million, we'll have Evan Ferguson. Yeah. Or Duran, we apparently inquired. But his attitude is not very much of what Arteta sees at Arsenal. I don't want us to jump into something like that. It disrupts everything. And in some we go, oh, Isaac was available. And they go, we can't do it now because we got Rashford and Duran in the winter and it didn't work out. Yeah. I genuinely believe now it's about holding out and just going, the season is a bit of a damp squib because of the decisions, the injuries. Yeah. I think it's about getting top 4. Carabao Cup is probably beyond us. Champions League is our best shot. I think defensively we could really cause some problems. Saka, we hope, will be back for the later rounds. Once Saka's back and Waneri's now back, you got Saka, Waneri, Sterling, Martinelli, Trossard, and Havertz to play up front. Yeah. If you add like Loney of like Matthias Tell, 7 forwards. Solid. That's good. The midfield is very light because Partey and Rice, Jorginho, Moreno, and Odegaard, Waneri can drop in. It's a player light, but I don't think we were going to buy a midfielder anyway. I do think we're missing that potent forward. Yeah. But if they believe that's Isaac, please wait till the summer because we're not getting him now. And if it's not Isaac, it's Sesko. If they believe that's the right one, don't panic and do something now. That's how I feel now. Yeah. Because we've got 6 games between now and April 1st.
Yeah.
We can put a good 11 out every week. It's just we can't do it every 2 days.
No.
But now we're not. We're doing it every 5 or 6 after this week. So I don't know. I think I don't want us to do something that we will really regret in the summer.
I'd rather trust the process.
Yeah.
I think.
But the problem is in the summer we need 9 players. That's where I can't figure out how they do it.
I'd rather trust the process and trust. I mean, so far we've put our trust in Arteta, and he's done us well. Like, he's done his thing. He knows what he's doing. I don't know if they pay attention to the like social media.
The mural of Josh Kroenke under the tunnel at the Emirates now that says "Splash some cash."
I don't know if they're looking at social media in terms of like everyone says we need a striker, so we need to get a striker. We need to panic buy. I don't know if they're looking at that because
watch Vlahovic compilations. He misses the same chances Havertz does.
It's a new toy thing, isn't it? It's like I need a new toy. But I'd rather not have a new toy that's going to disrupt all the quality we have. Because we are so close to greatness. Like, it's on the brink. It's a couple added elements to becoming a generational squad of Arsenal players that are going to achieve a lot of things.
The worries, I think we're 3 players short this season.
Yeah.
In the summer, Tierney has already signed a pre-agreement with Celtic. Zinchenko's off to Dortmund, it looks like, or Atletico. Neto goes back off of loan.
Yeah.
We have discussions. Partey and Jorginho's deals are up. They're moving on.
Yeah.
Sterling goes back off a loan. So we're removing 6 players from a team that needed 3 more.
Yeah.
That's 9 players we need by next year. And by the way, Jesus isn't going to be fit till after Christmas. So when you look at that, you go, in the summer, we're going to need another sub-goalie. I don't think we need a defender, because I think if we lose Tierney and Zinchenko, I think Kiwior and Tomiyasu could be the backup to Sleeper and Gabriel.
Yeah.
I think Timber and Ben White, and I think Lewis Skelly and Calafiori.
Yep.
I think that's 8 very good defenders.
And there's a few in there that can switch positions as well.
It looks like Zubamendi's coming in. Naipan, I don't know how to say it properly. He looked like coming in. He's not ready.
No.
But Zubamendi coming in is essentially replacing Partey and Jorginho, which means we're probably short again.
Yeah.
There's Rice, there's Moreno, there's Odegaard, there's Waneri. Fabio Vieira could be coming off loan and they might be keeping him. I don't know. The fact they haven't pulled him back when we're this short tells me there probably isn't a plan for him. So we probably need a couple midfielders. Sterling, there's no backup to Saka other than Waneri, who's now also the backup to Odegaard.
Yeah.
So we either need to go buy a right winger or another Odegaard. We need a new centre forward. And we might need a left wing because Trossard might move on to Saudi.
Yeah.
And then we need extra bodies on top of this in case we have injuries, because you can't have... Your depth can't just be top first team players.
No.
So I do worry how do they get 8 or 9 deals over the line in the summer. And that's why I'm saying now, I don't think we should panic. Loans and stuff is probably all we can do. But if they believe Matthias Tel could be a body for the next 3-4 years, and they can get the deal done, get it done now, get Naipan done now. Yeah. And then in the summer you can go, all right, now we need that.
The list is
go
short.
get Zubamendi on that one that we think we've got. Go get Isaac and go get a sub-keeper on loan, for example. And then we can just go, all right, that team is pretty much there. And the chances, touch wood, of Saka and Odegaard missing 5-6 months next year is a lot lower.
Yeah.
Because the chances of that happening 2 years running is very low.
Yeah.
We do have enough. It's such a weird one because when you look at the squad, everyone keeps saying to us, but you put really good 11 out every week. But it's the same exact 11 every week. Like Tierney comes on at left wing. And he's giving it his all, and I think he will to the end of the season.
You need rotation. You
need to be able to go, it's only because we play every 3 days. If you weren't, you could just do that. And as long as there's no more injuries, and there's only players going to come back now, like Calafiori's back. Everyone is pretty much fit now except Tomiyasu, Saka. Am I right?
Yes.
And Ben White.
What's the timeline on Ben White?
He's supposed to be back, but he's training now.
Okay.
And Tomiyasu's training.
Cool.
So they're on the grass. So we're not far off of having just Saka missing and Jesus.
Yeah.
But the problem is we thought our attacking line was 2 players short at the start of the season. We've now lost 2.
Yeah.
So that's 4 players short. That we genuinely believe we're 4 players short going into the run-in. And that's if Saka comes back. It's a tough one. It's a really hard one to negotiate. I wouldn't want to be a football director. I do think it's neglect because Havertz collapsed at the end of that game. Havertz has covered more ground than any centre forward in Premier League history.
Yeah.
Like his average.
Yeah.
He's doing the job of, and that's what people are saying. He's like, well, Isaac would make you win the league. He's like, do you know what Isaac's not going to like? Doing Havertz's job?
Yeah.
Because that's the only way this team functions is you have to have a Havertz doing that job.
I mean, it's the only thing I think. All the talk of Rashford, there's no chance in hell Rashford's an Arsenal player at any point. Cause
No, sometimes
if his own manager is leaving him out because of laziness.
Yeah. Well, you look at Duran, I always think he's the perfect player because he'd be stepping up to go to Arsenal.
Yeah.
But also, he doesn't have to start every game. He's clearly a potent scorer.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean Havertz has to just disappear.
No.
Because again, Duran's not going to do Havertz's job.
No.
But at 60 minutes, if we need a goal, you could bring on a good forward.
Yeah.
And they stop doing that because Havertz drops into a low block. He sits in the left side. He drops into left 8. He does all this. He holds the ball up.
Yeah.
He has to win headers. He has to do all these things.
I don't think there's many
he's not
players.
finishing enough. And you're like,
there's not many players that will do what Havertz does.
no. Well, when you look across the Europeans' top leagues, I think he's like 6th in goals and assists.
Yeah.
And it's like
with the workload.
He's Germany's number 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough one. I don't think he's the best finisher of all time.
No.
But when I watch compilations of Gyökeres, Sesko, Vlahovic, Evan Ferguson, these types, Duran, they miss just as many chances as Havertz.
Just without work.
Yeah, so it's like sometimes you do need a new toy, but they just need bodies. They need people as good as Havertz.
Rotation.
Ideally better.
Rotation is key.
Obviously, we could always have better players, but it's tough. It is really tough. We've done 50 minutes now on PGMOL and somehow talk about Havertz again.
What are the chances?
I could tell you last week on the prediction league, Joe got 6, Simon got 5, I got 4.
Ooh.
That puts me at 99, Joe at 103, Simon at 108. So it's within 9 points.
Wow.
This week we have 11 games.
Nice.
It's a regular weekend.
Yeah.
The following weekend's an FA Cup weekend.
Okay.
So we're away in Dubai.
Okay. Oh, good.
Something like that.
Good.
Yeah. And then Everton Liverpool happens. That rescheduled one.
Oh yeah.
A week on Wednesday, I believe. But it's like 10 days beyond these games.
Okay.
But it's on fantasy football. It's a part of the same week. Even though it's like 10 days apart. So we're going to do it.
Okay.
Even though we're going to do, I think, 2 podcasts before that.
Okay.
This won't be after next week's podcast. It'll be the week after's podcast. That night that game happens.
Wow.
So we won't be predicting anything next week. So we're going to do it anyway. The first big game is Forest versus Brighton.
Okay.
I think Forest win that. Forest have kind of stumbled all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I do think they're still good. I don't think there's an issue with them. I don't like Brighton.
Okay. I'm going to go draw. Okay. I think they're gonna cancel each other out.
Okay.
They meet in the middle.
This is the game. This is at 3:00. It just should be on TV.
Heck
Bournemouth at home to Liverpool.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
Liverpool's next 2 league games are Bournemouth away and Everton away.
Yep.
We are in that, but we are against City.
Yeah.
And then Leicester away.
Yeah.
But not in the same time. In the time they play those 2 games, we play one. It's
Okay.
the City one.
Okay.
If they were to drop points in both of them and we happen to beat City, I think that'd be such a galvanising moment going into the FA Cup, because shortly after the FA Cup, there's also then an England week.
Fantastic.
So that's why there's only 6 games between now and April.
Wow.
But then it's going to go mad again in April to May, because obviously they need to finish the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Premier League.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. And I mean, I believe, how many games are left? We've played 25?
Yeah.
So there's 13 games left.
That's wild. We're close.
Plus, if you want to go the distance to the Champions League, you've got 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yeah.
So 20 games. If you want to go to a final, the Carabao Cup plus the Carabao Cup, that's 22. Yeah, 22. 22 games if you do one more Carabao and then the final. So Arsenal have a potential to do 22 more games.
Yeah.
The worst case scenario would be 17 more games. It's not that many games.
We're so close to the end.
Yeah, it comes quick.
It's all downhill after Christmas.
Anyway, it's Bournemouth. CF1 says, if we sign Evan Ferguson, I quit. There's not a signing yet. We'll wait. Do
you know, put me down for Bournemouth.
Bournemouth to beat Liverpool.
Give me Bournemouth. Why not? I've got to think positively. I've got to put it out there. Manifest,
I'm going to go Liverpool.
Fair play.
Everton versus Leicester. I think David Moyes' Blue Army is winning that.
Yeah, they're strong. I'm so glad Moyes is back. I'm going Everton,
Leicester getting a really good win over the Tiny Tots.
Oh, yeah.
Ipswich versus Saints. I was saying this week there's a couple games. That one, Everton-Leicester, is a relegation battle game.
Yeah.
Ipswich and Leicester are the closest to come out of the drop zone. Okay?
Yeah.
And Wolves. Wolves have Villa after a Champions League week.
Yeah.
And Villa are notoriously bad.
Yeah.
Ipswich are playing Saints, so Ipswich should win that.
Yeah.
Everton playing Leicester, that could be either way.
It's a strong Everton.
Tottenham have Brentford away.
Yeah.
If let's say Everton win, Ipswich win, and Wolves win,
Yeah.
and Tottenham lose. I think Tottenham will be 2 points outside the relegation.
That's terrifying.
That is where they are. They are so close to genuine relegation.
Oh my god.
And because all the people around them are playing,
Yeah.
Leicester beat them last week. They
Yeah.
actually closed the gap by like a 6-pointer. Ipswich Saints. I'm going to go Ipswich.
I'm going to go Ipswich as well.
I think Saints have given up officially now.
Yeah.
Newcastle versus Fulham.
Good game.
Fulham are so blunted at times.
Yeah.
They're a really solid team, but they're just so strange. I'm going to go Newcastle.
Do we know what the TV games are here?
Forest Brighton's at midday.
Nice.
And then the late game is Wolves Villa.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go Newcastle. Newcastle beat Fulham.
The 5:30 is Wolves versus Villa. I just said Wolves could win this because Villa are really bad on Champions League, so I'm going to stick with Wolves.
Okay. I'm going to go draw.
Yeah. Villa keep doing the same thing after Champions League and they do drop points. And
Yeah.
sometimes you go, they can't drop that point. And this one seems like one they can't
Yeah.
drop. But they keep doing it. Brentford Spurs. This is Brentford all day.
Yeah, put me down for Brentford.
This is the easiest win of the season for
Brentford.
Brentford.
Brentford, please, Scott.
I think that says Man U. I've missed a whole N. Versus Palace. See, here's my issue. I've done this for 2 years when we do this prediction.
Yeah.
I see Man United away at Palace and I go, oh, Palace all day.
Yeah.
And Man United win that.
Yeah.
It's these ones they lose.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Palace.
Oh. I'm going to go draw. I'm not giving it to Man United.
We'll do Chelsea West Ham on the Monday Night Football.
Fun. That could be a fun game.
Arsenal have signed for my Amazon delivery.
Fair play.
Chelsea West Ham.
Chelsea West Ham.
That's Graham Potter. I think this is a draw.
Ooh. Put me down for Chelsea.
And then in 2 weeks' time, we'll be podcasting twice before this. Everton at Liverpool. Big derby under the lights. Last one at Goodison. I'll go draw.
Put me down for Everton.
It'll be helpful. And then the last game is Arsenal for City. We're all going to go Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll talk a couple minutes on that before we finish. About that game. That is a huge one. I think City, they're still not right. Even in the games they're winning, I'm looking at it going, they've got no control in the game.
No.
But they do have enough players to hurt you.
Yeah.
And down the sides, Mamouche, Savinio, Doku, Grealish.
And they will turn up for Arsenal as well.
They will. They're not going to play that young lad that made the mistakes at the weekend. They just bought. There'll be Stones again, I would have thought.
Yeah.
If it was at the Etihad, I'd say I'd take a draw.
Yeah.
And I would be a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Because it's at the Emirates. I feel like we're good, but we keep forgetting these players are going to have to play tonight.
Yeah.
So is City. And by the way, City have to win theirs. So
there's a lot more pressure on City.
Yeah, there's no even the level of the opposition. City don't have to travel, but they have to travel to us. We can stay home.
Yeah.
There's no real benefits of any of that. The only thing I'd say is the players that are going to make the difference for them are Haaland, Mamouche, these types, De Bruyne. They're all available.
Yeah.
For us, the people who are going to make a difference are Odegaard, Saka.
Yeah.
These guys. They aren't all available.
No.
And I think that's going to... It's similar to... Remember the Liverpool game at home? We drew 2-2.
Yeah.
We were better than them, but we were missing too many players. I think Saka got rushed back for that and got hurt in it.
Yeah.
I think we were missing Gabriel. Missing Saliba, and then by the end of the game, Gabriel was gone. Yeah. Odegaard wasn't available. It was one of those where you looked at the Liverpool game, and we're going to lose this because we haven't got enough good players playing. Then we were winning, but we just couldn't hang on because we just ran out of depth.
Yeah.
That's how I feel a little bit about this. I think we might start well. I think we might even go in the front. I just don't think they're going to have the steam to finish the game because they can't make changes.
No.
And I think City could get back into it. Not just back into it, they could win it.
Yeah. And especially if we don't end up having to do what we did last time, and that's work overtime.
The only thing I'll say is if we lose this, I think there'll be an uproar, especially if there's no signings this week and then the City game.
That's a bad combination.
Yeah.
If we lose to City in City's current state and then don't jump at a signing, which is terrifying, because you don't want them to panic buy, the uproar is going to be, there's going to be a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think if we get no signing and then we back it up with a loss,
there's
going to be massive issues. If we get a signing and then that boosts everyone and then we beat City, I think that could be a huge boost with the games that Liverpool have going forward. I do think if we get a signing but we play really well but the depth just loses, I think there'll be enough people that will go, we need to concentrate on the Champions League.
Yeah.
Put all our eggs in that basket and just see what we can do and just make sure we get top 4. The other issue here is City are now gaining ground on us again.
Starting to.
Because we've dropped a couple points.
Yeah.
They've won.
Mm.
If they beat us, I think they go 2 points behind us.
That's terrifying.
And all of a sudden you go, oh, in this run-in. And I'd said at the start of the season, when you look at Liverpool City's fixture list, I said that after the Arsenal game, I don't think they'll lose again.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win out. I don't just think they could end up above us. If they beat us this week, I genuinely think they could win the league.
I like the fact that Liverpool are out in front of them in it.
Yeah,
And
Liverpool. Yeah. If City come chasing, they'll panic. If it's us chasing, they won't panic.
I mean, Liverpool are out in front, and we kind of have to give up the Premier League a little bit. And then City being where they're at currently, we're convinced that they're going to come back and win
City
the whole
got to play
thing.
them still as well.
That's wild.
There's a chance that Liverpool could easily drop points at Bournemouth and Everton.
Yeah.
And City could beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think City would then they're 2 points behind us. If Liverpool, let's say, drew and lost one, I think they'd be like 10 points behind them.
Yeah.
They got to play them. So that means 7 points if they do that.
Yeah.
There is a small chance, but I think if we win this, we're almost solidifying that top 4.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
If we lose it, I think we might end up in a battle with the way in which the season's going. We could easily drop to 6th. But we'll see. The week will hold a lot of answers. Hopefully by next week we have some quality in the transfer window.
Yeah.
Hopefully we are solidified in the 3rd or 2nd spot of the Champions League. And hopefully we would have beaten Man City.
Oh, yeah.
These are all hopes. All these things could be the opposite.
Oh.
We could have come 8th and we're playing Real Madrid next probably. We might have brought no one in and then we lose to City.
You know what? We beat PGMOL.
Yeah, we did.
It's the turning point.
No, that's the only win we're going to get.
We're winning.
And I'll take that. But no, that has been the episode, guys. Listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review.
Yes.
And look at us on TikTok. Talk to us in the chat. 10 a.m. GMT every single Wednesday on Gunners Rust Pod. We will see you next week.
Bye.